Today is Sunday, July 26, 2020. I am Lights Camera Jackson. Welcome to LCJ Live. Today we're going to pay tribute to my good friend and an icon and someone who inspired so many, and that is Regis Philbin, who passed away this weekend at the age of 88. It has been a tough 24 hours. It has, but I so appreciate all of the comments and the messages that have been sent in to me, which is so kind of you to do, and all of my thoughts and prayers go out to Joy and his family during this difficult time. We're going to talk a little bit about my relationship, my friendship with Regis here on LCJ Live. If you have any questions or comments or things you want to know about Regis, who was the kindest person, the most generous person, the most authentic person in the biz, send them in here. I'll be talking about them on LCJ Live. I also do want to mention I'm still doing a San Diego Comic-Con at-home coverage on AnimationScoop.com. More of that today with an animated show called Hoops and Looney Tunes cartoons. Look for that. And my coverage from the past 3 days right now is at AnimationScoop.com. Also, new LCJ Q&A podcast episode tomorrow with Transformers War for Cybertron composer Alexander Bornstein. Alexander Bornstein is the composer of this new Transformers show, premieres Thursday on Netflix. Actually talked with him a couple weeks ago, but you'll be able to listen to that podcast tomorrow. Again, if you're just joining us here on LCJ Live, we're remembering Regis. I want to show a few things. I have my Live mug with me. This is when they changed the logo of Live, because a couple years before Regis left, they went to high definition, and for going to high definition, they decided to change the logo, they changed the theme song, they did a lot of different things, so this is with the newer logo of Live. Also want to bring out a few things. This is an autographed picture. My relationship with Regis began, I was about 5 years old, and I have a new piece on the website with a lot of different things on it that I wrote about our friendship. But I was about 5 years old, and I started watching him on Live and watching him on Millionaire, and started sending him letters, and he responded back with letters and messages and autographed pictures. This was a happy birthday message that he sent. Probably, I would guess this was about 2005, 2006. I just want to make sure here on the feed that you all can see this. Yeah, very nice of him to do that. DJ Richopo wants to know, did you watch Regis when he was the host of the first season of America's Got Talent? Yes. And you know, the interesting thing about when he hosted America's Got Talent, season 1 only, was he had to go to Los Angeles. So he was flying back and forth from New York to LA every single week to do America's Got Talent. And it became so much for him. And I remember watching some of those live episodes the next couple days and him being like, oh, Kelly, I had to get on the plane and come back and all that it was just too much. I can understand why NBC would want somebody like Regis at the top of his game doing this big new reality competition show, but it became too much after just one season. When was the last time you spoke with Regis, says Bob Hall? It was Thursday, August 17th, 2017. I was in New York City for 2 movies and a Broadway show, jam-packed day. And one of the movie theaters is right near Regis's apartment. As many people know, Regis's apartment building is literally across the street from where they film Live at the ABC studios in New York City, so he could just walk there every day. It was amazing. So there's an AMC movie theater around the corner. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to walk by the apartment building, see if he's around. You know, that would be so cool. And he was! He was standing out in front, in the trunk of his car. He was putting stuff in the trunk of his car, getting ready to go up to Connecticut with Joy, and we couldn't believe that we saw each other. We did a little video. That video is right now the featured video on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/lightscamerajackson, if you want to take a look at that. But he was in such good spirits that day. It was so nice to see him. And, you know, the past year, Regis kept going like crazy, doing all kinds of amazing things. He appeared as himself on Fresh Off the Boat in an episode that aired in November, where he got to host Millionaire again, basically, for the main Randall Park character on Fresh Off the Boat. And then he appeared on Single Parents, which is his daughter JJ's show on ABC. That aired in April. And he got to return to the new Who Wants to Be a Millionaire set and see all of that with new host Jimmy Kimmel. That was taped in March. That special aired in April. He was in such good spirits that day. And earlier this year, he celebrated his 50th wedding anniversary with his wife, Joy, which is just amazing. I'm so glad that all of those things were able to happen before his passing. I did see that Notre Dame gave Regis a nice tribute. I'm sure hopefully the Yankees will do something as well. He loved the Yankees. Wow. I got a few more things here. Let's see. We've got, this is his cookbook with Kathy Lee, who wrote a very nice thing on Twitter yesterday. Letterman also commented. Everybody, Michael Gelman, Kelly, Ryan Seacrest, you name it. Everybody has a connection to Regis in some way in the entertainment industry. Even, you watched him from afar, you worked with him directly, or were part of his life. Yeah. Everybody. Don Barry, good to see your tribute, Jackson. Thank you so much. JT the Brick. Yes, he loved the Yankees. He did, JT. Absolutely. I hope they do a big tribute for him at some point. What do we got here? We got another book, I'm Only One Man. He wrote that book. I've got it here. I read the books when I was young. He did one, Who Wants to Be Me? Oh, that back cover. Yeah, I posted that back cover recently of that because it was around the time of the popularity of Millionaire, about 2000, when he wrote the book, and then he, put a little cartoon on the back that was like, everybody kept asking him, is that your final answer, Regis? Is that your final answer, Regis? And he would get so annoyed, so they did a cartoon of that. Yeah, when you look back at everything that Regis did, he is... It's so hard to put it into words. I've had such a hard time the last day putting everything into words. But Millionaire, I think, was the biggest thing that he ever did. Live, incredible success. One of the biggest daytime shows of all time. Revolutionized daytime television. But Millionaire saved ABC. And it revolutionized the primetime game show, which is now coming back during this whole COVID period of time. And, was watched by 30 million people a night. 3, 4, 5 nights a week. And it was just, what a phenomenon. He created a phenomenon with his look, with the ties, with the catchphrases, with the whole vibe of the show. And the fact that he had to convince ABC that he was the person that needed to host Millionaire, it's an incredible story. I truly believe that there is something out there that can be done with a Regis biopic or associated with Millionaire, associated with, something like that. I truly believe if you put somebody like Tom Hanks as Regis, he can do a really good job with it. I think there's something there. I've thought that for a long time. Yeah. What's up, Coral Peach 4? Thanks for being here on LCJ Live as we celebrate Regis Philbin. His favorite drink was a Cosmopolitan. So when I turned 21 last August, I had a Cosmopolitan in his honor. I may have another one because of him very soon. But yeah, his birthday the day before mine. And that's one of the other things of why I became inspired by him. It's because his birthday's August 25, my birthday August 26. And just seeing him on TV, being himself, saying whatever he wanted, however he felt, telling stories. An amazing storyteller. I hope people in these tributes they're doing spotlight that. What an amazing storyteller. Can craft something in such a way for it to be funny and honest and raw and real. Amazing. Every time on Live when they would bring up the whiteboards and he would do a drawing of where he was and some crazy thing that happened and he was supposed to be on this side of the street and all that. He did one time. He went to see the Woody Allen movie Midnight in Paris and he went into the wrong auditorium and the showing was already going and Joy was in another room and the Philbin diagram, that's what Kelly Ripa used to say all the time. It's time for the Philbin diagram. When he got that out, wow. Yeah, always the best stories. So funny. Yeah, should ABC air? I hope ABC airs a tribute special. I hope they do maybe a Millionaire compilation, some kind of thing, or re-air the Katie Couric special from 2011 or something. They got to do something. Take Friday night, blow away a rerun of Shark Tank or 2020 or something, or sooner, and do an hour on Regis. He saved your network, ABC. I think it's only right if you do something. Here's another book I have. This is the one he wrote to time out with the end of Live, which is How I Got This Way. from 2011, in which he writes about all the different people who inspired him to become who he was and to get into the industry and to stay in the industry and prosper. People, so many different people in here, from Bing Crosby to Don Rickles, who passed away recently, to Kathy Lee and Kelly, to Jerry Seinfeld, to Steven Spielberg. The Spielberg story, if you've never heard the Spielberg story before, Regis was hosting a show and Spielberg, young, unknown, was in the audience, and Regis got to him and said, "What do you want to do with your life?" And Spielberg didn't have the courage to say, "I want to be a film director." He was too nervous, he was too shy. And Regis hoped that he would, get out of that phase of his life and do what he would want to do. And Spielberg came up to Regis decades later at a film premiere and told him this. Incredible stories. Howard Stern was Regis's neighbor. Letterman and Joy and so many others in here. Jack Nicholson, Clooney, Dean Martin. He loved Dean Martin, yes. And Cary Grant. Steve Allen, yes. So many things in here. Letterman did the foreword. Letterman did the foreword of the book, and it was basically a biography of Abraham Lincoln, and Letterman changed all of Abraham Lincoln over to Regis there. This is a really nice book, a very personal story, and at the end of each chapter, Regis writes a couple of sentences about what I took away from it all. I just opened up this one randomly. Let's see. Oh, yeah. This one, I think, is in the Letterman chapter. Regis had triple bypass surgery and heart surgery and a lot of other things. And, those who've shared the same health scares as you and eagerly comfort you along the way are the realest friends you can find. Very true. Laughter heals us all, so you might as well just laugh a lot. That's a good thing to take away from. So this is a really nice book. Maybe they'll put it out again. How I Got This Way, from 2011. One of the other times I spent time with Regis at Crowd Goes Wild, which was the sports show he did on Fox Sports 1 in 2013. We talked about Nebraska. He loved the movie Nebraska. Bruce Dern, Will Forte, was blown away by that film. Met him and his wife Joy at one of the concerts they did in 2010, I believe. Really nice to meet Joy. And all the different experiences at Live. Some of the days that I was at Live, and then I'd go upstairs with my parents to Regis's office, and we'd talk about all his memorabilia. We'd talk about my career. We'd talk about college. We would talk about lots of different things. One time he had reporters there. They were doing a fashion segment, all kinds of different things. And I gave him a tie. He gave me some ties, and we shared some experiences there. And I sent him some cutouts of my reviews in the local newspaper that he really liked and appreciated. What a kind man, honestly. He saw something in me, and I saw a lot in him, and I am forever grateful for that friendship. So forever grateful to, I'm turning 22 next month. Before the age of 22, I got to meet and spend time with the two people who inspired me to get into all of this. Roger Ebert, the film critic, and Regis Philbin. I'm forever grateful. And to their families and their colleagues and their friends. It wasn't just Regis. Regis had good friends over at Live, whether it was Art, who was incredible, whether it was Goldie, his personal fashion wardrobe assistant. Goldie, very kind man as well. I thank him so much for being a part of all this. Also, woman behind the scenes, Angie, at Live, audience coordinator. I thank her tremendously for everything over the past 13, 14 years. Thank you. Bob Hull says Howard Stern would always tell funny Regis encounters on the show. Yeah, because they were neighbors, and then Howard went over to America's Got Talent and a lot of different things. What will be interesting tomorrow is to see what happens on Live with Kelly and Ryan at 9 a.m. Gelman put out a statement. Everybody from the Live staff put out a statement. They're going to have to do a whole tribute show, a tribute week, clip week, stuff like that. It's going to be maybe a little tougher because of the distance. I'm not surprised that Kelly and Ryan put out a joint statement. Maybe they want to save their personal thoughts and feelings for Monday morning on live. I know a lot of people are probably going to be tuning in and watching, probably more people than have watched the show in a while. So maybe they want to, take the weekend and say, all right, let's think of, exactly how we want to say a lot of things. I would expect Kathy Lee Gifford to appear on the Today Show at some point if she'd like to. And here's the crazy thing. In the schedule, in the calendar for at least a couple of weeks, Jeopardy had locked in the Celebrity Jeopardy episode with Regis for tomorrow night. And it's going to air tomorrow night, still to my knowledge, on stations all across the country. Him, Carol Burnett, I believe, is on it, and somebody else as well. That is going to air tomorrow night. And again, the fact that it had been locked in for tomorrow, for 2 weeks, is just, it's one of those things that you're just like, wow. So, as of now, tune in tomorrow night to Jeopardy to see Regis on Celebrity Jeopardy. And I'm sure they'll hopefully tack on a little rest in peace at the end of that. But, yeah, just right to the end, Regis working, appearing, and blowing everybody away. Yeah, Regis Philbin, 88 years old. Thank you for everything. I have a full piece called It Had to Be You, and there's a reason why it's called It Had to Be You, and that is at lights-camera-jackson.com on the homepage in the blog section. Yeah, what a guy. Incredible influence on the entertainment industry. And I'm sure Michael Davies, by the way, producer, big head honcho at Millionaire, put out a statement yesterday. I'm sure when Millionaire returns, which is expected to be Sundays this fall, and we'll see how the timing goes, I would expect some things there. Jimmy Kimmel's taking the summer off. He did put some things on social media yesterday. I don't know if he will come back to his show to do a thing, or maybe he'll do it a little via satellite tomorrow night. But he is hosting the Emmys this year, and he presented Regis with his Lifetime Achievement Emmy for the daytime about 10 years ago, and they have been good friends. I'm sure when Millionaire comes back and for the daytime Emmys in September, or for the primetime Emmys in September, there are going to have to be some tribute things for Regis. Maybe they'll show a clip per episode of Millionaire of a Regis highlight or something. I'm sure they've got ideas going already. Speaking of the daytime Emmys, actually, tonight they're going to be announcing the winners in the animation and family categories. That's at 8 o'clock Eastern on the Emmys website. Probably Twitter, maybe some YouTube things as well for that. Regis won several daytime Emmys, including one for hosting Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And the thing is, Millionaire was a primetime show, but it was so unique for its time that they still put it in the daytime Emmys because of the game show category. Regis won once, the show won twice, and it was obviously a phenomenon. So, and he won a Lifetime Achievement Daytime Emmy. He also won a couple years with hosting with Kelly and the show when they were leaving for that, and he won hosting live by himself one year. Yeah, what a life. What a life of Regis Philbin. So again, look for that tribute and more at lights-camera-jackson.com, Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson. I'll be having reviews of new movies coming at you this week, including The Secret, Dare to Dream, starring Katie Holmes. Also tomorrow, my thoughts on the new Muppet Show, Muppets Now. Look for that on the website, noon Eastern, I believe, and all over social media. The new podcast episode with the composer of the Transformers show is tomorrow. And more Too Fast, Two Films, and more San Diego Comic-Con at-home coverage. Check that out at animationscoop.com. Hang in there, says Bob Hall. Thank you, Bob Hall. I hope everybody is doing really well. I hope you're staying healthy and positive and safe. And when we're back here next Sunday, can you believe it? August! Wow! Time seems to be going by a lot faster. Yeah, we're already getting into August. I just want it to be 2021 at this point, okay? I'm done with 2020. I am done. I am ready for 2021. But, hopefully there'll be some good things to come out of the rest of the year. Stay well. Keep watching. My thoughts are with those in Texas affected by the hurricane, tropical storm there, Hawaii as well. And my thoughts are with all of you, and my thoughts are with the Philbin family and the Live family. Cheers to everyone. Cheers to the life of Regis. And from New York, everybody, Bye-bye.